Good Tuesday evening, everybody. This is Stephen Ray, and I hope everybody's doing quite well this evening. Now, we currently have, I've pulled up for you here the radar of what's currently going on right now. There is a lot of rain and thunderstorms if you are in south central Mississippi or if you are in West Alabama. But here is the real reason that I am here online tonight. We have a pretty significant threat of seeing a tornado outbreak tomorrow across a large portion of the southeast, and this includes a good portion of Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. Basically, this goes from the Pine Belt of Mississippi all the way into Tennessee. Some places within the moderate risk area include Little Rock, Arkansas, Memphis, Tennessee, South Haven, Mississippi, Oxford, Mississippi, Tupelo, Starkville, Greenville, Jackson, Mississippi, Monroe, Louisiana, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Huntsville, Alabama, Birmingham, Alabama, and even as far south as Montgomery, Alabama. We very rarely see moderate risk areas here in the southeast. So this is a very, very significant threat of seeing a dangerous tornado outbreak tomorrow. Now, there are talks of a couple of areas being placed under a very, very incredibly rare high risk for tomorrow, and if that is issued, it will more than likely be from an area from, I would say, Oxford, Mississippi to Tupelo down to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. That is where the parameters are setting up for a major tornado outbreak tomorrow. Okay, so let's go in here and go region by region and let me break this down for you. We are going to start with our friends over here in central Mississippi. If you guys are near the Jackson metro area, Columbus, Starkville, West Point, Brookhaven, Meridian, Hattiesburg, Laurel, Yazoo City, Cleveland, Greenwood, Greenville. You guys are in the moderate risk for tornadoes likely, some strong and long tracked, damaging winds upwards of 80 miles per hour and golf ball to baseball sized hail, and that is for a large portion of central Mississippi. If you are down here in the far southern Pine Belt area, tornadoes likely, some of which are strong, damaging winds, and golf ball sized hail are larger. Now, let's go a little further to the north, towards the Memphis metro. If you were in Oxford, if you were in Tupelo, Memphis, Little Rock, Arkansas, Jonesboro, Arkansas, Jackson, Tennessee, you guys are in the moderate risk for severe storms and a large hail, damaging wind, and a large tornado threat tomorrow as well. And this is from Wednesday morning into Wednesday night for the Memphis metro area. Now, if you were over here in central Alabama, basically from Tuscaloosa all the way over to Gadsden, Anniston, Alexander City, Auburn, you guys are underneath the moderate risk for strong, long-track tornadoes, damaging winds upwards of 80 miles per hour, and get this, folks, tennis ball. Yes, tennis ball-sized hail is possible tomorrow within the red shaded area. If you are down here towards Troy, Eufaula, and Opelika, you guys are in the enhanced risk for tornadoes, damaging winds upwards of 70, and golf ball-sized hail. This is a storm system to not play around with. Now, if you were over here, basically along and to the west of 2059, including Tuscaloosa, Demopolis, Jasper, Coleman, I would say Fayette, Pickens County, Lamar County, all those places, your main threat, is going to be 2 p.m. until 2 a.m. in the Wednesday or Thursday morning. So 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon until 2 a.m. Thursday morning. If you are along the I-65 corridor, Huntsville to Coleman to Birmingham to Clanton to Montgomery, 2 p.m. till 4 a.m. And then if you are over here in far east Alabama, Alexander City, Gadsden, Anniston, Auburn, Phoenix City, places like that, it's going to be 2 p.m. until 7 a.m. the next morning. So this is a very, very significant threat of a life-threatening potential tornado outbreak tomorrow. Now, for my friends down here in Louisiana, if you were down here near the Baton Rouge area, Hammond, Slidell, New Orleans, you guys are on the southern end of the threat. You guys are in the slight risk and the enhanced risk area. Basically, the enhanced risk for my friends over here in Louisiana, the enhanced risk is from the Interstate 10 and 12 corridors and points off to the north for Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday evening. South of that area, you guys are in the slight risk area for the remainder of South Mississippi and Southeast Louisiana. Potential impacts in the enhanced and the slight risk include damaging winds upwards of 60, large hail up to 1 inch in diameter, and a few tornadoes are possible. Now, you may be new to tornadoes because we always get new people moving into Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, Arkansas, yada, yada, yada. You may be wondering, where do I need to go when I am sheltered from a tornado? Top floors of a home or an apartment do not protect you from tornadoes. Exterior rooms, meaning closer to the outside, they do not protect you along with windows. Those are a big no-no when it comes to getting safe from tornadoes. No place outside is safe from a tornado. Now, here are the places that you do need to go if you do have to go for a tornado warning. If you have no basement, move to an interior room on the lowest floor near the center and away from windows to protect yourself from a tornado. A bathroom or an interior closet. Quickly move to your basement and bring your emergency supply kit with you as necessary. Now, when you are talking about large, long-track tornadoes, the next image is very, very, very disturbing and scary. This right here is why we always tell you, you must leave a mobile home. Mobile homes and cars are death traps in tornadoes. Period. So, make plans tonight. I know it's late. Make plans tonight or early in the morning to make sure you go somewhere where you don't have to be inside of a mobile home in the case and the scenario a tornado warning is issued for your area. This is a death trap if you stay inside of a mobile home or a vehicle during tornadoes. So once again, for those of you who are just now joining me, there is a large area of a moderate risk for a significant tornado outbreak possible tomorrow. And this goes from the Little Rock, Arkansas metro area all the way down to South Alabama to places near Troy and Eufaula, Alabama. That is a large, large area of severe weather. Now, like I said earlier, there is mention that the Storm Prediction Center at midnight tonight, when they do their initial day one outlook, is going to put a high risk in place. And I would expect the high risk as of right now, based off of the models, to go from a place near Memphis, Tennessee, down to Oxford, and curling over here towards Tuscaloosa and the far northeastern portions of Mississippi and the far northwestern corner of Alabama. That is where I think the best potential there is for EF3s, EF4s, and possibly even a few EF5s by the time we get into tomorrow. And this time tomorrow night, things are going to be rocking and rolling across Mississippi and Alabama. Now, I'm going to take you back over here to the radar, and I'm going to try and explain what is going to happen here in just a second. So, your screen is going to go blank, and then the radar will pop up here very shortly. I apologize for the no sound. I do apologize about that. My bad, folks. Thank you for telling me. Okay, so here's what we got. We have what you see right here, this line of rain from Canton, Mississippi over to York, Demopolis, Selma, and Montgomery. We have here what we like in the weather community call a warm front. And basically that divides the rain-cooled air, which is up here in the Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Jasper area, versus the really volatile air to the south, over here towards Jackson, Crystal Springs, Thomasville, Monroeville, Greenville, etc., etc. Okay, so what's going to happen tonight is what I was explaining just a second ago when you guys could not hear me, and I apologize about that. What's going to happen is this line is going to continue to push off to the north. Okay, it's going to continue to push off like that. When that happens, Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Jasper, Columbus, Eupora, Starkville, you guys are going to see storms, and this batch of storms coming in probably around 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And we could have a couple of hail-producing storms and maybe some with the damaging straight-line winds. I don't think there's any of a tornado risk with this initial batch here, but you never know. Okay, so about 10 o'clock in the morning, here's what's going to happen. This line of storms that is down here from Yazoo City over to Demopolis to Montgomery, that line is supposed to be up here in the Tennessee Valley. That is going to put everybody south of this line by 10 o'clock in the morning in a very soupy, volatile, nasty air mass for the prime example and the prime powder keg for supercell thunderstorms and tornadoes. Okay, so we have one threat of a isolated severe storm between now and about 10 a.m. in the morning as this batch of storms pushes on to the north. That's round number one, which we've already seen some large hail and a couple of signatures and a tornado warning with the storm that was over here close to Crystal Springs earlier. Round two is going to be tomorrow afternoon, probably around 2 to 5 or 6 o'clock. And the best area for that would be in this area with supercell thunderstorms that are going to fire tomorrow afternoon with the peak heating of the day. And those supercells could be the ones and will be the ones to produce the long track violent tornadoes. Somewhere within this zone tomorrow afternoon from about 2 o'clock to about 6 or 7 or 8, we're going to have to watch for isolated supercells. And then the last round is going to be a squall line that is going to congeal and is going to develop over here in West Mississippi and then move across around this time tomorrow night. Now, once the last wave passes your area, your severe weather threat is over. But until that severe weather threat passes you, you have a threat of seeing tornadoes and severe weather. So there are 3 potential rounds of severe storms that could easily contain strong, violent tornadoes, long tracked, damaging winds upwards of 80 miles per hour, and large hail, golf ball to tennis ball sized hail. So this is going to be a very, very potential for a nasty, severe weather day tomorrow. That's why you must have a way of receiving warnings in the event that a tornado warning is issued for your area. So once again, that is pretty much the overview of what is going to happen tomorrow. I do apologize. I do want to apologize about the audio issue. But one more time, let me show you guys this. One more time. Once again, there is your moderate risk, basically from Little Rock, Arkansas, and Conway, all the way down to almost Auburn and Opelika, Alabama. That is why this is going to be a significant severe weather outbreak tomorrow. There is also talk of a high risk being placed in northern Mississippi and West Alabama, and that could include the Tuscaloosa metro. So I intend to do another video just like this in the morning, and then severe weather updates all the way through until tomorrow night, until we get through with this stuff. And if there are any tornado warnings or any significant severe thunderstorm warnings tomorrow, I will be right back here on social media giving you guys all of the latest weather information and tracking the severe storms along with you. So guys, go on ahead, go to bed, get some sleep. If you hear thunder tonight, just know that there is a small non-zero chance of an isolated tornado. Your tornado threat basically comes, and the more significant one comes tomorrow after 2 p.m., lasting into the pre-dawn hours on Thursday. I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. We will get through this. I will do another update in the morning around 9 or 10 o'clock. Before then, if necessary, have a great rest of your evening, and as always, guys, God bless.